they want. And then the first thing we talk about is that. All right. So,
welcome to the podcast. Joey's pubes.
Oh, no, see, told you. First thing we talk about. It's episode 231, December the 4th, 2018. It's Joey
And Kyle.
Alf is on his way.
Maybe.
There's an empty chair over there if you were in the video portion. Ooh, I went back to the fade to black.
Nice. You did
So we're back this week. We had a little schedules everywhere all the time.
It was me. No, like
that's right.
Last week was me. I was
you had the brown Betty.
I was just like annihilating the bathroom, dude.
Do you remember that episode of King of the Hill where Peggy's brown Betty gave Brooks and Dunn?
Yeah, I do. I like to call it from South Park the green apple splatters.
Nah, that implies a specific type of sickness.
It was.
Did you have that? Did you have the tube of beef? Is that what you had?
Yeah.
So, well, not to be overly descriptive, but I found out that like
I ate some of that romaine.
I like there's certain like tomatoes sometimes if they're too like acidic will mess up my stomach, but the Blaze Pizza spicy will like
sauce.
Yeah, the spicy sauce? The spicy red sauce it'll just like. It won't like mess up my stomach, but I'll definitely go more than I would have gone.
It's good. Might be worth it, but
yeah, it's just like, oh well, I had Blaze, so
you should put it in your mouth and then chew it up for a long time, then spit it out.
I think it'll still be bad. Man, I'm gonna dig something out of my pocket. I'm having problems over here. Money, it's money. I'm digging out money. I'm not digging out money.
Yeah,
I'm digging out a condom. There's the money.
You wanted to?
No, I didn't realize that. I need to clean my glasses.
Yeah. You should let me get on that.
Here, you can get them first then.
No, I got secondsies. That's fine. All right, fine. Whatever.
Well, anyway, so let's see what we're going to do tonight. We're going to bullshit a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we're doing now.
Yep.
Talk about what the fuck we've been playing. Hopefully Alf makes it by then. Then we're going to do some news.
This is nice. This is cleaning the shit up. Ooh, fuck yeah.
They're going to be fucking dirty when I get them.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be awful when you get them.
And then after that, we'll do some plugs and get the fuck out of here. Coming up close to Game of the Year time, although we don't really usually do Game of the Year till like middle of January.
Yeah, and our Game of the Year is a little different than other people's.
Yeah, it's more the best game that we played.
It applies specifically to us, like because I think that I think Joystick got it right this year.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, I still got a couple more things to think about. You and I were talking about this previously, which we're not going to discuss on the camera, not to ruin it.
Yeah, but like I just think that. In terms of like November to November,
well, I do January to January, but
but they do November 6th to November 7th or some shit. You just can't ignore like Fortnite changed the world.
The golden joysticks,
it's just like.
Well, that's the thing. Is like that's the big the game of the year could be the biggest. I mean, we're getting in the news.
Yeah.
But the biggest impact. You know what was in the news? What was the biggest game? What was the game of the year?
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily the best game of the year, but the game that when you remember back to 2018, what is the game you're going to talk about?
Yeah.
You know,
I think it's unequivocally Fortnite. Unfortunately, I don't like it, but I you know what I mean. Like I also recognize the global. Right. Effect that Pokemon Go had,
right? Exactly.
And I don't like Pokemon Go either, but you know, you can't even watch a sports game without watching an athlete succeed at something and then doing a Fortnite dance or whatever,
flossing or doing whatever.
Yeah, like it's frankly it's a cultural phenomenon at this point that is literally transcending borders. Like you see soccer players do it, football players doing it, you see kids doing it, there's teenagers playing it, there's just.
Right, I mean, there's everyone, and it reaches far and wide, and you know that's also another thing is like you know you have your Farmvilles, your Clash of Clans, and you know other things have made like similar impacts, but I don't think anything has been as big as Fortnite. And I really hate to put a caveat on Fortnite, but I mean a lot of it has to do with it being free,
sure,
and a shooter.
Yep.
Like it's a free, accessible shooter. It's
accessible, but it's, you know, you can spend money on it if you want to make things look crazy. It's got a bunch of modes. It's got, you know, the free mode. Like, you know, I understand the appeal. I don't care for it.
I think it's one of those ones where I don't want to invest the time to get my skills up to where I'm comfortable with it, and then on top of that, like, you know, get through the learning curve of playing it and things like that, and you know, and then is that a game that I want to be playing anyway?
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, there's a lot of that in my life.
Plus, everyone playing Fortnite has really reduced or refined rather the pool of players that I'm playing in Overwatch now.
Yeah.
So.
You're like, oh man, paladins.
Yeah, it was just like, man, I've noticed the caliber of Overwatch players really gone up.
What was it? The paladins was in the news recently. I didn't pull it, but they were like talking about like, hey guys, at this point we got to admit that paladins is a little bit more than just an Overwatch clone.
Yeah,
it's been around and it didn't just cash in.
I see people on my friends list playing it frequently. So discerning gamers of
it's free,
not ill repute.
It's free and it's not terrible. Seems like the mark of a good game lately is free and not terrible.
It's all it takes. Free and not terrible.
Low bar.
Don't ask if I have a phone.
Hopefully that whatever that generator we hear going isn't coming through.
I can hear that slow hum in the background. Yeah, sure.
And then they just gunned it.
Wah!
Yeah, they heard us talking about. Oh yeah.
Gotcha, fucker. It's literally parked right outside.
Yeah, it is what it is at this point. Anyway, all right. So, anything interesting going on in your week? 2 weeks? Week and a half? Well, was this covering Thanksgiving? Like at this point, like
yeah, I mean,
I think we had Thanksgiving in like
my aunt brought me 2 bags of broccoli and 2 turkey legs and a turkey breast.
I was gonna say 2 bags of broccoli and a big old block of Velveeta.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And I had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner of warmed up broccoli in a bag and a turkey leg over the bar in my home. And it was fantastic. I'm literally being genuine. I had a wonderful time.
Like a baby ham.
Yeah, I'm all pork.
Oh yeah. It was a baby ham, like
it's good.
It's good. I love it. Fill you up, make sandwiches. You get
like that nice like crust on the outside with that honey glaze. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I'm into it.
You and I are on different things, wavelengths on that stuff.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
I was in charge of cooking this year.
I heard. Yeah. I know how your Thanksgiving went already, but I'm we're hamming it up.
Yeah.
It looks like it turned. Am I still good? I'm gonna be worried about it.
You're fine. I'm watching it.
Okay,
don't worry. Well, like for those who are curious, what we're talking about, the camera is like
it's got a slow tilt on it.
It's on a swivel here, and it's like not tightening like it's supposed to. So it's like you can kind of not great. But anyway, I got to buy a new little screw thing for it.
So investments that need
more
to be made,
money all the time.
Money.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I could like we don't like to do turkey just because like there's more turkey than people to eat it. Usually in that
Makes
scenario,
sense, yeah.
Usually as with like a ham, we can get like you
get through a ham,
like 4 or 5 pound ham, and maybe even 6 pound ham. Eat like a little bit of it, then.
But then do you go ham again on Christmas?
Yeah, I think we're slowly switching to a brisket for Christmas.
Yo.
So
I think that's the way.
I'm making the argument for that. I'm making the argument for brisket on.
You know what I really enjoy, but like it's just a lot of effort. Mm-hmm. You make a Cornish game hen for everybody.
Yeah, I've thought about that. It's a lot of work. I don't know. Like to me, the hen is like too much work.
Have you ever tried to debone one?
Yeah, I do.
It's
that
like
when
surgery.
I'm trying to eat it. That's what. So
when I roast Cornish game hen, I debone them before I roast them.
Yeah, so that's like not fun.
And by debone, I mean like you cut the spine out, and you know what I mean. Like you don't actually pull the bones because you want those for flavor.
You do the cartoon thing. You
just pull it out, and then there's a perfect flat piece of meat, and then a clean
in the back.
Yeah. But I like a Cornish game hen.
Mm-hmm. They're okay. I like.
It's a lot of work for not a lot of meat.
It falls into the same thing as like crawfish for me, or crayfish if you prefer. A lot of work, not a lot of meat.
I don't like
crab kind of good.
Most shellfish is off the table for me.
King crab is the only one I'll go for.
Yeah, I like some big old crab legs.
I mean, if we are eating crab that has been done, prepared, like here's all this crab meat kind of thing, I'll do that. But like, I like the meat. I just don't like doing all the work. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Even sometimes shrimp, I'm like, I don't feel like doing this.
Well, I mean, I got a thing with them. You know what I mean? Like
they're insects.
I just have to. I have to have seen that vein gets removed.
Oh, on the shrimp? Yeah. The poop track?
Yeah, I have to see it be removed, otherwise I can't. I know, but like it's just a thing in my brain. You know what I mean? Like it's
for me, I caught a lot of fresh shrimp and cooked them, and then like, oh hey, we're gonna catch it, and then we're gonna throw it in that pot right there, and then we're gonna wait 20 minutes, and then we're gonna eat it.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was 20 minutes. I don't remember how long you're supposed to boil shrimp.
Yeah, whatever.
The point is you can just do it.
Lots of Old Bay.
You can just do it. That's the point. Anyway, all right.
So yeah, Thanksgiving was fair to us.
What about Black Friday?
I didn't do anything. I worked.
Ooh. You worked yeah. But I'm just saying, did you go? You didn't get any deals?
I did not know. I bought a copy of Resident Evil 7 Gold.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Because if you're a listener of the show, I'm a big proprietor of that game, and I also have not played some of the DLC. That came out later.
The Chris
Redfield story stuff. Yeah. So I picked up a copy of that. I guess technically I bought a Switch, right?
Yeah, you just played the Switch game.
Yeah.
Switched around some Switches.
I helped a friend. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Help yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it was a mutually beneficial
it's one of those things.
situation.
Hey, buy my Switch so I can buy this other one.
Yeah, I bought a Diablo themed Switch because I love Diablo and I like the graphics that are on it. And I sold my Switch to local Smash phenom Rio. I don't remember what's his second, Guidoku or something. I don't know. But yeah, my friend Tommy, who's a fantastic dude and absolutely desered.
Well, he's gearing up for Smash.
A good deal on some way to play Smash.
Yeah.
So I was perfectly fine with only having to pay whatever. I think I paid like he gave me like in the realm of like a little over 200, and then my console was like 360. So yeah, like you know what I mean. Like that was a perfectly reasonable sum of money for me to pay for me to upgrade and for my friend to have a console that was kept in good shape. He also got my yellow Joy-Cons, which yellow is his favorite color. So, you know, I
seems all right.
Feel okay about that whole scenario. So yeah, I got a nice $50 gift card for buying that Switch.
Let me get that $50 gift card.
I spent it already.
I was going to give you $35 cash.
Yeah, but I just spent it on Smash.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to sell it in Smash. All right.
That was the old one.
This new one doesn't have it. They don't have a thing yet.
They don't have a thing yet. Yeah.
We know you're buying it.
Yeah.
That's what
they're just shut up, loser.
You're already buying it.
Jeez, I had to catch myself. I almost said
no.
I almost said some serious shit.
No. Please don't.
Where's Alf? He's the one who does that normally.
Yeah, please don't. I don't know. Remind me, you and I need to talk about Smash after the podcast because I got a few questions for you that I don't want people to know how much of a nerd I'm not. Okay,
that's fair.
So man, we gotta work out the details of who's buying it for who. Let's see. What else? It was Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yeah, Cyber Week. I bought a pair of sandals too because they were technically Black Friday.
Is that when you bought those? I don't remember.
Well, it wasn't Black Friday, but it was Cyber.
Oh, they're like, get these deals.
Yeah. I was like, I
mean, like, I like them. I don't like the kind of slides you got. So, like,
I'm noticing the problem with them already.
They slide off your feet.
No,
are they like hurting the top of your feet?
No. If that fucking foam shit gets wet, it's a problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No.
I don't like slides. Never like
slides.
Slides are good if you like want to be the guy who's wearing socks and sandals.
Well, so first off, I did that for the first time. It's super comfortable.
Of course it is.
So like
your toes aren't cold.
Here's the thing.
But you can get toe socks and regular fucking flip flops. And
no. Okay, so here's the thing. Your boy has what is known as drop foot.
You got the drop foot?
Yeah, so drop foot is where
is that where like Skrillex comes and he was
No. So it's remember I had that back injury for like a long time and then I lost some weight and the back injury is like a little bit better.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean losing weight will help your back.
Yeah. So
he says fattily crossed arms.
Hiding the man tits. Just flex them. There you go. You look big as shit right now.
That is one of the reasons I don't want to lose weight.
What up, boys?
Like more people are like, oh yeah, I can take you.
You're like, no.
Now they're like, no, you might crush me.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the next. It's a good joke.
That's a good one.
So what some of that was is that I have some pressure that's being pushed on a nerve, and I can't lift my right foot past a certain, you know what I mean? Like I can't flex it upwards, sure. And I also can't do that with my big toe. So weering thongs, or flip flops, if you're from here, is not an effective means of holding the shoe. I just can't hold I can't hold a flip flop on my foot. So it's the opposite problem. Is what you're.
You can't do the thing where you spin it on one toe and you're like.
No, none of that.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
I used to hate flip flops, specifically because they made the flip flop noise.
Yeah. Yeah, but you there was a time where you were wearing them like nonstop.
Yeah, I'll wear my fucking. I will tell you, like,
you had those smelly bastards.
I wear Sperry flip flops all the time, like in the summer, like most of spring, and sometimes during the winter. And like,
I got hella nice flip flops. I got some Olakais, which have a lifetime warranty on them.
Yeah, the Sperry are supposed to, but they don't.
But you can't wear them anymore. So maybe if drop foot heals, I don't know if that's a thing that I'll ever.
I'll just trim off the back.
Can you heal nerve damage? Somebody give me some stem cells. Let's make this political.
I got a deal. I can get you some stem cells.
Whoa! You just got that, kid.
No. Placenta. We
you have some of that left?
We got in the freezer.
Oh, gross.
Well, we're gonna eat it in a year.
Yeah. On his birthday.
Old cake. Anyway, that's the thing I was making parodying. Anyway.
Yeah. Wedding cake that you keep in your freezer.
Yeah, I gotta understand it, but I don't
take a bite of it every anniversary. We died young.
What was I gonna say? I don't know. I mean, like, I think you got some nice ones. That is the point of the.
They're okay. Yeah, I got some like memory foam Under Armour branded flops that are nice.
What is it? I finished my mission to what is that in my eye? Oh my god! I just had a thing go across. Anyway, wiretap my own house. So I put
there's laws against that.
I have all these Google Home style devices in every room now.
Oh no, that's the trendy thing.
So
can you tell your AC to go down?
No, we're getting there. So like I have like
fucking nerd it up harder.
So the reason why I have it is because that house desperately needs an intercom system. Like if you're in the living room and someone's in any other room, and like even the kitchen, unless you like lean out of the kitchen and yell.
And move away from the microphone,
right,
too.
Right. Well, I was gonna yell, and then I changed my mind because then it was gonna be like yelling in your face. But if you like lean out and yell out then that is the most direct to speak to someone.
Yeah, isn't there that window that you can see the kitchen from?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Okay, you can do that. Those are the two places where it's direct. But if like let's say you're in the back bedroom, either one of the bedrooms, and you need to talk to another person, they can't hear you for shit.
Yeah, you still do.
So
I remember.
So like the idea is to use these smart speakers or whatever to make like an intercom system.
Yeah. You got like a buoy kind of system that you can.
Yeah. So the downside, of course, is that like the house has to be wiretapped. So the neat thing about it is that
just don't commit treason.
The speakers themselves, you can physically turn the microphone off. This is why I got these ones particular. So the microphone is not on, and then you can just control the speaker through your phone. And so it won't work until you turn the app on, and then once you turn the app on, you can initiate it through there.
It's not the worst.
So I mean, the reality of the situation, I'm just lying to myself that no one's listening because the phones are always on and always listening anyway. But at least this way, I feel like I'm only dipping my toe in the crazy. So I mean, like I haven't gone the whole way. Like I really need to pick up a couple other devices to hook to some of the TVs to kind of really push it over the edge into crazy.
Just gonna make a whole nest.
Yeah, and then like I am going to get some of the smart Wi-Fi enabled lights. They're like $10 a piece, so I'm not super worried about it. The reason why I want those is because you can turn them off via an app or on the phone, and then so I can just use the other app to turn them off, and so it makes things easier for like the kids' rooms and stuff like that and stuff. So
bedtime,
boom,
from space, fucker.
Exactly. So I don't know. That's pretty much all that. I bought a new capture card. Yeah, you can't see it. I'm not gonna take a picture.
I can see it.
I mean, it's bright blue. It's really nice. I'm really happy I bought it. Like, the competitor to that card went on sale today for $30 more, and I talked to one of my friends who has the competitor, and he's like, "Nah, I'm happier with this one." So I'm real happy about it. I'm kind of glad I bought it. It takes some of the strain off of running things through USB when doing extra live streams, and if we get into other stuff. I hemmed and hawed on it for probably what, like a day or two when I bought it.
You did, yeah. You asked my opinion as if my opinion.
Sometimes you just want to like talk things out, so like just talk to someone so you can like
just get a second opinion.
I'm going to sell you on this so that I'm selling it to myself, and really that's what you're doing.
Makes sense.
So I don't think I really bought anything else. I bought some clothes for the boys and looked at some dumb stuff, but I didn't really like. I regret, like, I'm really frustrated because I wanted to buy a bunch of things and then I didn't buy them because I played smart with my money. Like, I was like, okay, I need to do this and do this and do this. And then I immediately, once I made it through all that, I immediately just went and bought a bed and wasted my money.
It's not a waste.
It's not a waste, but like, the bed should be here on Friday.
I'm just saying, like,
so I'll have a review. Look for the following months next year where I review a bed.
Dude, when I bought my bed, which is the first real like adult purchase I've ever made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That like you had to like really sit on it and be like, do you spend I could spend $500 and be pissed off.
Yeah, that's my problem. Yeah.
But that my bed, which isn't even like a top of the line, you know what I mean? Like, but my bed changed my life. So,
you get better back support from getting to a better bed. You get
more restful sleep.
You get better sleep. You getting rid of that 18 pounds of dust or whatever obscene number.
Less dust mites. Hitting rim cycles, man. Like that shit fucking makes a big difference.
You're no longer sleeping on whatever stains were on that old mattress.
Plus, they threw me like 2 of those pillows that stay cold.
Oh yeah.
So
we got like was it a weighted blanket? I don't remember. We got some kind of stupid blanket.
Yeah. Those are like
I don't remember what it was. I think it was a weighted blanket. It might be just some other like trendy blanket.
Whistle,
Sure. Like, it's a quilted blanket. We have looked into it. I bought curtains too. I forgot I bought curtains for Black Friday. They suck. I hate them.
Yeah. You're griping about them.
They are. I like curtains. Like we bought blackout curtains, but I like blackout curtains that are all blacked out from material. Mm-hmm. These ones, they took just a curtain and they applied a backing finish to it to make it a blackout curtain. And I smartly did that in front of the mic. So that way, but if you scratch that backing material away, you can see through the curtain. So it's like really cheap.
So you got boys on top of dog on top of cat on top of cat.
I'm just like, those things are gonna be
annihilated.
They're gonna last 6 months at the most. So
word.
I didn't buy them for the blackout feature. I just bought them because they're inexpensive. They do the job of keeping nosy ass neighbors out of watching me watch TV. And
it's just for the sliding glass.
Yeah. Which, oh my god. So like I forgot. There's a whole other thing. So I forgot how shoddily done that sliding glass door is.
It's not good.
For the visual portion, one gap on the side is like this big from the top of the frame to the ceiling, this big on the other side from the top of the frame to the ceiling. So I'm like, okay, you guys, like, that's not square at all. How are you putting square doors in that square thing? So we're currently discussing where in the plan to eliminate those doors. We're going to take the sliding glass doors out, install wall, and then like probably do like a one of those French style doors, 2 French doors there, maybe one door. I don't know. Sucks, but like that's got to go. That's not acceptable. Be like, who built this? Who did this? This is wrong. I can tell. I'm not even a freaking carpenter. I can tell you it's wrong.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating.
Yeah,
don't own anything. Don't ever buy anything.
Yeah, no, I literally have made that argument to a lot of
there's
people.
something to be said about paying rent to some fool and being like, this is wrong, fix it, or I'm moving.
Yeah. And then like the best part is it's like I'm leaving.
Yeah, or just I've lived here for 5 years and this place is a shithole now, so I'm leaving. I'm going to go shithole up another place.
Yep.
Because after 5 years, you'll shithole up a place no matter what. You'll do something. A chair will fall down and put a hole in the drywall.
It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, like despite my best efforts, like one of the apartments that I like, I was keeping it relatively fine. And then due to the negligence of a neighbor, my house got infested with fucking cockroaches.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. Like,
I was just like, I was talking to the complex about it and they're just like, yeah, we'll send somebody out. And then they sent a guy out who was like Got him.
Yeah.
It was like,
we were fighting the battle with like
I hate to tell you, these are the most indigenous creatures on the planet. Like,
we're fighting a bug battle.
Industrious.
Industrial. They're just listen to fucking hard ass fucking techno.
Trent Reznor.
We were having like some bug problems, and like I'm like, if I told him, I'm like, if I see one, that's too many.
Yeah.
I was like, if I better see like one every 3 months or one a week.
Yeah, like
ingenious.
Seeing the
thanks, Joe.
Seeing like the real big ones.
Yeah,
like,
those are
like
Florida, yeah.
You're like, yeah, I live in Florida, but like when you start seeing like the little German ones, like the little wood roaches and shit, you're like, no, this is unacceptable. Because if you see one, there's 1,000.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing is like if I see one, then I know there's more somewhere else, and then you didn't do your job. So like that's the argument we're fighting with them. It's just like, all right, and they're like, oh well, we don't know where they're going. Don't care. They're like, well, their argument is the poison is working if they look like their wings are like coming out and stuck out, and they're like, yeah, this poison's working. I'm like, no, it's not working. They're still alive.
Yeah. Plus, like, they feed off of their dead. Like it.
Yeah, like that's their argument. They're like, well, are you leaving the dead ones out for the live ones to eat the dead ones? Because the live ones will eat the dead ones, and they'll spread the poison faster that way. I was like, I'm not leaving fucking dead bugs. I've got a house full of kids and pets and shit. Yeah. And they're like, well, that's the problem. Is, the kids and pets will just make a mess anywhere, and then they drop one potato chip behind the couch, and that feeds 1,000 roaches for 100 years. You're like, oh Jesus.
You're like, what the fuck?
I mean, that is true. Yeah. Like the number one thing that like if you ever deal with any bug infestation, you'll find out that they will eat anything.
Yeah.
That they could glue on the back of a stamp can sustain them for months.
Yeah.
Or one of them for months.
Yeah.
At least. And then they're like, you can spit on the corner of a room and they're like, yeah, I'm good for another month.
Yeah. The things you love, your PlayStation has a myriad of things.
Anything with electricity and heat.
Yeah. Well, like they
also like being closed in spaces.
So there was a I read a whole report on how PlayStations house cockroaches more than Xboxes.
Jeez.
Because of the thermal paste that they use.
Oh, because it probably tastes better.
Because
or whatever.
they eat the thermal paste that Sony was using. So
Joe Mama's cracking jokes in chat.
He's a funny guy. He's a funny dude. Hi, Joe. How's it going?
I said, oh no, not the Ligma. Not again.
Oh, Ligma.
No, he said, how about this D? All right. So I mean, we talked enough about bullcrap there. You want to talk about what the fuck you've been playing? You know that
Sure.
Red Dead Online?
No, I haven't touched.
Did you
it
get
yet.
on that Fallout 76?
Yeah.
Are you back on that?
Yeah.
Or was it still from the?
I have it again.
How you feeling about that? I want to shout out to our boy Jeremy who put a little mini review on Facebook.
He went the distance, man.
I think he like said 150 hours in that thing. It's like,
yeah,
oof. And then he said like 30 of it felt like could have been avoided from bugs and mismanagement of resources of the game inside the game, not like his own mismanagement.
Yeah.
And so like I mean that's a lot of time. I feel like it's 150 something hours. You got your $60 worth.
Yeah.
Or if you got it on Black Friday, you got your $30 worth.
Yeah.
Obviously we have some stuff to talk about in the news about Fallout 76. But I don't know what's going on. What are you doing? You rolling with a posse, a squad?
Yeah, I played a small bit with Wesley, and then I have a solo character. I haven't played it that much.
Solo's the way to go. Like aside from doing the public events. Really? You don't have to deal with anyone.
I like it better being with...
Well, I mean, there's something to be said with being able to bust chops with someone.
I mean, like if you're pugging, then like whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would prefer to like be like, hey, do you want to play Fallout, and then play with somebody that I know.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like I am still woefully underqualified to really...
I mean, that game's big.
To really tear that game down. From my experience, it's an underpolished game that has the potential to be something really good. But from the limited view that I have, it is suboptimally handled as far as especially what we're going to talk about in a little bit. But even just in gameplay mechanics alone, like it feels kind of like underdeveloped. like, I don't know, like I feel like Fallout 4 has more substance in like combat and then character progression and even storyline, and those are the things that people say that Fallout 4 is the weakest in the chronology of Fallout. And so that being said, like if 76 is not holding a flame to the things that Fallout 4 does suboptimally, you have a problem.
I would say from my time playing it, mind you, there you go, Joe. Is exactly what I was going to go. Full price early access sandbox. That's kind of what I was going to get to. I feel like there's a lot of potential in this game for it to be good, for it to be fun, for it to be what people want it to be. Kind of like No Man's Sky was. Like that game eventually became what people wanted it to be. I think Fallout 76 can get there. I feel like it is. I think Bethesda waited a little bit too late to be honest about what it is. You know, remember before the beta came out, they came out and like, hey guys, there's still some bugs out there. You know, we're letting you know we want to work through this with you, and we're going to see this through the end. You know, and I feel like Bethesda really did an okay job there, but they that message came too late.
Yeah,
you know, that message should have been like probably like 6 months ago. Like, hey, you know, we're on track to realize like this is good. Like we want you to get involved Fallout 76, but we want you to know that this is an experience that we're going to grow with the community with. When to give you the best experience, we want to put it out now and then let it grow.
I mean, that's the problem though, right? Is that like we're already have like a less than transparent situation with Bethesda as far as
they're not
what the plans are for fixing it.
Right, and they don't. Well, they did come out finally and have they
said
put
they
out
were going to fix the broken stuff, but that doesn't mean anything about
like a mini roadmap set up, and they're like, this is the first of many, you know, like So I think they're trying to get there in some aspects. Like I don't think they're doing a satisfactory job. You know, I'm trying to avoid using words like good or fine. You know, like I'm trying to pick the correct words. I don't think they're doing a satisfactory job of communicating. They didn't do a satisfactory job of communicating about where the game was, what to expect. That's not really fair. How to temper your expectations of what you're getting there, and also communicating, you know, what their plans were for the game and what you know. I mean, this game is rightfully getting low review scores because of what it is. There's a lot of like you can't grade a game on the potential of it. You can give it some if you're like, oh, the controls are a little lackluster, but there's a great story there, or the story's lackluster, but it's really fun, or this is the thing of, oh well, if they fix the controls and they fix the story and they fix this and they fix that, there's just too many things to fix to get down there to get it in there. I think. Jeremy had 150 hours into it. You can put 150 hours in something,
Well, so to be honest,
that's the problem. Is like with some review scores is like if you can put 150 hours in a game, there is some level of complete to the game. There is some level of doneness to the game. There is something there to draw you in, something to have fun, like the ability to launch nukes, the ability to once you launch the nukes, these high level, like this is not a spoiler for this game, but like some people would consider it. But once you launch a nuke, the high level enemies come out. They come out of the woodwork, and then that's part of the real game is like managing those high level things and managing the nukes and managing all that stuff.
Would you like me to play devil's advocate?
Go for it.
Okay. So I think that Jeremy specifically is a fringe case.
Okay, sure. Well, he's the guy who knows what that game is and what to expect.
Well, I also think that he feels like he has a moral obligation
to see it through,
and then to like make people have a more objective opinion. Where like I think that like your average consumer is not going to be as tolerant and is not going to flesh out their time with the game. They're going to hear these bad reviews. They're going to see the lackluster polish on the game because it's polished, right? This thing, like I am not like the phrase like bad game is so
it's loaded. It's
also like so overused. Like it's like one of those things where it's like, can you put Fallout 76 in your console, download a thing, and then play a game that is engaging and looks okay?
Right.
It is that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't Bubsy 3D. This isn't, what I mean?
There's a lot wrong with that, yeah.
But, like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but some people put it at that level because it's just as as lackluster.
I know, but that's nonsense. Like
Right, there's a little more.
That's absolutely like for someone to be like for this game to like receive like the same kind of scores that like Aliens Colonial Marines was getting.
Right. That game was
that's
bad.
Absolutely out of the realm of believability.
Right.
Fallout 76 is a more complete and more finished and more polished experience than those are. The issue is that Bethesda released it.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's the problem.
Right. Well, they're a AAA dev and you're expecting a AAA product.
Well, they're also a AAA dev that's being held to an entirely different standard. Like Ubisoft releases a fairly polished kind of whatever playable game every year. You know what I mean? But no one's lampooning them for.
I think they did lampoon them when the Assassin's Creed started to slide.
Yeah, but like people are totally fine with just like, yep, here's Assassin's Creed. It's Assassin's Creed.
And that's the thing is like you have to hold their feet to the fire, and I think people are rightfully holding Bethesda's feet to the fire on this.
I agree.
And that's what you have to do. I really especially feel like people are holding their feet to the fire because they charge full price for this. You know, like Joe said there in the chat, full price early access, and like there's a lot to be said if this game had come out like, hey, buy it now for $40, and you'll get to
Battlefield 5.
Or whatever, there's many different ways you could do this. Or hey, get in the alpha client, and if like how Notch did Minecraft or whatever. There's a couple different ways you could do it, and like I think they wanted to see what the market will bear, and I think this is definitely a good sign though, is that like it doesn't matter how successful this game is, the message that you cannot put out a incomplete game, or at least a game in this much of a
the climate is a little more scrutinous than it has been in the previous years, namely due to like these like big Reddit boycotts of pre-ordering games and making our opinion.
Well, there's a lot of people who say that, and like there's a lot of people, especially if you get on there, like like the people who talk about games and listen to talk about games like this we're the smallest percentage. The large percentage of people are the people who are like, who see the commercial, the live action Fallout 76 commercial, and they buy it, not knowing, just thinking Fallout.
That's the problem too. Is once you've bought it, you've already bought it too. So like, it's...
I've seen some people like, oh man, I can't believe this trades in for $21, I think it was, or $20 something, and then I'm like, and me in the back, I'm like, it was just $40 for new at at whatever.
It's not unreasonable.
Joe says Bethesda needs to realize what EA and Bungie learned the hard way. It's a consumer market. That's true. They didn't take the like. No one is like, none of these companies are taking the lessons that other companies have taken, like especially with like the loot boxes and that kind of stuff. Like,
do you think there was like maybe on Bethesda's end, do you think that there was an opinion or an air of invincibility? Like,
I definitely think there's a lot of hubris there of like, we're Bethesda, we know how to make a game, and
like, just we could put out a turd. And,
I don't think it was that out a turd,
but to I'm paraphrasing obviously, or rather hyperbolizing, but like if
are you saying that like we could put this out and it'll be a 6, and we can polish it,
and
up
we can fluff it to an 8.
We can polish it up to an 8 when we get 6 months, 8 months. They got Todd. This is what Joe says. They got Todd Howard.
They got Todd Howard. Yeah. Like,
I mean, I think they can definitely get it there, and like that's to say, like, look at No Man's Sky. A year later, year and a half later. Oh yeah, your mic's on, baby.
Oh yeah, right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and
here
girls,
he is. Here he is.
He better be disappointed.
It's Alf. All right, we're just talking about we were on the What the Fuck You've Been Playing. We're talking about playing Fallout 76.
Oh, I have not. So go ahead.
Okay,
hear me out.
we're winding down on it now, but
move your camera a little bit.
It's just the whole experience has first off been disappointing.
Seems okay.
And it's been polarizing for Bethesda. Like, I made the last time we spoke officially on the podcast, I was making the point that
I gotta play with my camera.
Companies like Blizzard, who are also like a time tested like staple of the industry, are being lampooned for something that isn't even out yet, whereas Bethesda has, you know, kind of released suboptimal things in the past. And like,
I think you get that. You expect to see that Bethesda jank, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. And like, that was what I was meaning by like, do you think there's an air of invincibility? Well, like they go like, well, people know that our shit's a little weird, like when it comes out, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then they'll give us like a buffer in terms of like, how much are they going to let us slide on how broken this is?
Mm-hmm.
And then they, you know, they blow all their cooldowns and they patch it as best they can, and you know what I mean. You maybe get a 7.5 out of it, and who cares? They sold all the copies.
Yeah, I feel like, you know,
I feel like a beta should be a beta.
Yeah.
Way ahead of
Joey
schedule.
just made a point.
Not like 2 weeks prior to release.
Yeah,
it makes no
right.
sense.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Just like, hey guys, this thing may not be as close to done as we think, so bear with us. I definitely like
their beta was basically just server stress testing.
Yeah,
that's what betas are now. That's all they are. Even the Red Dead's just a server thing. That's all it is.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute. So, I really feel like, you know, I don't want to hang on this too much because, like, you know, we're gonna come back around. Investor talk, Kyle. I really feel like, you know, there's some good to be had there. There's some fun to be had there.
I think there's meat on those bones. Especially
like, you know, if you got a crew together, like the three of us going together playing on there. Definitely one of the problems I have.
We could find fun.
You know, I would say one of the things that I think is a big problem with that game is the fact that map is really big and there's only 24 people on it. So, you know, the chances of you being in the same area, but then like, can that game support putting 50 people on that map?
No.
Yeah, like, can it support 36? Can it
it might be able to, but it just becomes a shit show at that point.
I think, well, right. Where's the breaking point of that? It's like, you know,
well, like that's the problem. Like, and more increasingly so in like this climate of gaming, like when we have these big open world games, you should find fun under every stone. You know what I mean? Like that should be what happens in an open world. And like to a degree, like what Alf was talking about the last time we were like in Red Dead, granted there's a lot of like interim, but like you find like such weird shit. Like just like
there's a lot of put in there.
Like,
they put 8 years worth of shit
you can
in
really sink your teeth into. And then like Fallout is just like, here's another robot.
Yeah,
I found a robot again.
There's a robot. It's got a story. Hit the button.
Yeah,
gotta read this text.
I gotta listen to a whole tape now. Yeah. Like while you know what I mean. Like it's,
this robot's serious, but this robot has a mustache.
Yeah, like
he's whimsical.
Like,
he's got a monocle and a top hat.
It's like, all right, cool.
Is his hat a magnet?
Tried to shoot it.
All right. Well, no.
In Red Dead, I could take his hat. Is all I'm saying. Like,
fun equals battle royale. No one's playing battle royale. No one's playing that. And that's not even a good game. All right, let's talk about since Alf's here now. Alf, do you have anything you want to talk about? Like, you know, catch up in the how the fuck you been doing? And
dog's going to surgery tomorrow.
Is he good? Or you just
it's all right.
Okay.
I just don't want him to go under, but that's it.
You can get some of those noodles.
He's already been neutered.
No, the noodles. That's where they put the fake testicles in the
yeah,
just so he feels better
he's getting an upgrade.
Get some noodles put in.
And that's pretty much it. Other stuff I don't want to talk about. This fine. What you been playing? Finishing up Spyro 3. It's a good game. Even though I cursed the name of Spyro 3 doesn't make any sense. Like fuck that game.
Those games are terrible.
That game's terrible.
They don't tell you who any of the characters are.
And I was like, hey, here's your kangaroo friend. What?
Yeah.
Here's a monkey that they fucking did some space experiments to.
IGN gave it a 9.1.
What? Spyro?
Spyro, Year of the Dragon.
Oh, God, the third one's horrible. The second one's not bad. First one's golden. Played Red Dead. What else did I play? I know I picked up some games. I forgot it. Whatever.
Nothing for Black Friday? You buy anything for Black Friday?
I bought Dragon Quest. Nier, so you can have your Nier back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You need to get the whole stack of games together.
That's it. What else?
You don't have Forza?
Oh, the old Xbox thing. You can have it back. I said, just remind me.
I've been waiting.
Shoot me a text. Remind me.
I'm waiting.
I would have brought. Seriously,
I had a whole thing on Facebook.
That one.
Bring me back my games.
I forgot. So that one booted up, and I think it's like a year behind updates already.
All right. So you want to talk about Red Dead Online, like the beta of Red Dead Online?
Yeah.
So I forgot to mention this, and what the fuck? I can't fucking play any games. Well, now I can, but
yeah,
like,
you're in it.
So like last week, I was trying to get the podcast up for like forever. Turns out, like my internet was screwed up. So
Was
I
that
had
cable you found?
it was that cable I found on the ground. So I had full download speed, but my upload was 0.1. So I was trying to upload the podcast, and it's like, hold on. Like 10 minutes later, hold on. Error occurred.
No, that sucks.
And it was just trying to upload it like 10 kilobytes a second. Like, it was real bad.
Gross.
And so I eventually just ended up bringing my computer into somewhere else and doing it that way. So that's kind of one of the things. Is like, first I thought it was like, I was trying to troubleshoot my house and stuff like that. Turns out, long story short, it was short.
Is that what you said that day? Like, is anybody having trouble with Cox?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
that was the start of that saga.
Yeah, like it took multiple days.
Really?
Yeah, and so they eventually figured out it was on.
You had to have dudes come out
twice. They had to come out twice.
They throttle you or what?
No, they one of their boxes blew up or something, and like I'm the only one who noticed that it wasn't working correctly.
grab one of these.
Yeah, they're terrible. It's the worst flavor, so drink it.
I'm not gonna get that flavor.
Get that flavor because it's terrible and no one buys it.
Who buys the other ones?
I buy the other ones. Anyway, what was I gonna say? So I can't play Red Dead Online because I have no up, so I can't connect. It'll like.
I had to buy the outlet extender.
Powerline. Powerline's pretty good.
I had to buy that because the Wi-Fi for some reason is good. Like,
just get a fucking Cat 5 or Cat 6 and wire it.
It has to run from one bedroom all the way out the hallway, past my bedroom, and into the living room.
See this face?
I can't wire. I don't know where to do it. That's why. I can't really rip the carpet off either.
Oh, the power washing.
Yeah.
Somebody do my car next.
So yeah, I bought the power line and my upload and download it significantly increased because the Wi-Fi. I don't know. It was amazing. Then it just went to shit overnight.
You guys talking about the fictional band from Goofy, the Goofy movie?
Powerline. Yeah. 2B together. Or whatever it is. Yeah, that one. And everyone else remembers that drill a hole. There you go. See, Joe's got the right idea. Just drill a hole in your rental apartment walls.
We got it.
I did it. Put toothpaste in it.
Yeah.
You spackle it.
You put I don't even want to know.
So
spackle.
It's spackle.
It smells good.
It smells good spackle.
All right.
Put toothpaste in the hole.
That's Joey's new avenue. Is he's just like putting like a new label on toothpaste and it's just smell good spackle.
$5, $6.
I got a life hack video for all you.
So I couldn't play it, but
Brought to you by Colgate.
I eventually got online. I got to the point where it's like, you need to connect to matchmaking to do this part. And I was like, I'm not going to do that part. So I mean, I really feel like.
I know what part you're talking about. Yeah. The immersive breaking, like, hey, welcome, stranger. Oh, you brought your friends with you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are these people?
Yeah. So,
like I said, I haven't played any of Red Dead Online, but like a lot of the people that I watch, like their videos are just like, howdy, partner.
Yeah, everyone's a jerk on there.
My experience. So I did the whole matchmaking. Some guy died. Some guy didn't know where his horse was, and then some guy got on the mic. He's like, I don't want to do this a third time. Please stop. And I'm just like, I'm waiting at the checkpoint. Like, I had to drop some guy at a railroad. I'm like, failed. So again, so then when you went into the free roam open world in Valentine, so I'm walking around, this chick gets off her horse and emotes to me, waves. I'm like, oh, okay, R1.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking convoluted way to emote anyway.
Yeah, it's weird.
So then, and then I wave. While I'm waving, dead. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be this type of game.
Yeah. So
literally spawned like walking distance, ran to her, she bucked her in the back of the head, got on my horse, and sprinted the fuck out of there.
So what was I gonna say? The thing I didn't know is that like I was like trying to do one of the things. I was on my horse, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna cut around this corner right here, and I didn't realize it was a small little ledge, and so my horse like went flop and fell down, and like his health meter like is like. So he's like shambling along like this. I'm like, I just gotta wait on this horse to die. Speaking of which, you see that gif of the guy who like he's like, I didn't realize that the game videos are use real time. He's like, so I got
his horse. Hey, you see Arthur?
he's like falling slowly behind the other horses.
But even Dutch like stops like, get over here.
But he's like the other horse is like knocking him out of the way. Yeah. Classic.
That was a good bit.
But there's like a glitch in the free roam where you could go to your camp, you're invincible if your flag's up.
Oh geez.
But you could kill everybody around you. So they're like,
don't want to play this anymore. Then
it's
so
the economy's broken.
Yeah, we got that.
There should be a way where like a disable PvP. Like, no, I'm in a free server. I want to do my stories. Leave me alone.
So that was one of the things like we were going to talk about in Fallout 76. But the way they do the PvP is pretty good. Like PvP is off, like, and then if it's off, it's on in the sense that people can do PvP, but if someone engages you in PvP and you don't engage them back, they only do minimal damage.
Yeah, but they can nick. You could have some prick nicking you away like the entire for an hour.
Yeah.
Tick, 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 tick. If you want, there are trolls. They will do that. But
that was one of the news things. Is like one guy has already. We'll just do that. You saw a guy got banned from Fallout 76 for life now, right?
Is that what he did?
So he was doing that.
Was he the guy like
he was doing that? But he was like they were on a gay chase, and so they called a guy. They were just launching all these homo.
I read about that.
You know, they were just slandering the guy, and then like he was like, "I'm gonna leave," and they would follow him from server to server to server to server.
That's
like,
fucked up.
Multiple ones, and they're just like sitting there hitting him, trying to kill him. And
That's
like,
a little.
And they're like,
fucked
"We're
up.
here to kill all the gays."
That's a little fucked up.
And so, I mean, like, granted, like. This guy deserves his ban. You know?
Yeah, he does. That's a little.
But is he really? Is it really a punishment that he doesn't play the game anymore?
That's a little extreme.
Is it really?
Oh, there's your joke. I get it.
Is it really a punishment?
I thought it was the guy that was cosplaying as what's his name from Fallout.
Grayson.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
I need to know settlement. He's like, oh, he was got not you again.
I'm pretty sure that's.
And then some guy in Red Dead's cosplaying as Arthur.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So it was awesome. He's like, where's one of y'all pussies in Valentine shooting up everybody? And you hear, it's Arthur. It's like, who said that? Meet me for a duel.
Jeez.
Come back here, you son of a bitch.
So I mean,
talks exactly like Arthur.
We could talk about that a little bit from the news. Is like the economy being like the real article is that
It's fucking broken.
baked beans are more valuable than gold rings. So like
no damn sense.
and
a mission pays off like 18 cents. I'm like, I went through all this for like 18 cents.
And that's kind of one of the things we've talked about is a little bit is like games not respecting your time.
Oh.
And like you can feel the microtransactions. It's
They're coming. Oh,
like,
they're coming.
And like there's already a horse in the game that you can only buy with gold bars. It's like the Arabian is like 19 gold bars, and it takes like 9 hours to get a gold bar. So you're like, someone's like, I'd have to play this game for like a week straight just to get that fucking horse.
Oh yeah, they're
like, or give us $40,
or you give us $20.
Those yeehaw cards are coming soon. Watch.
I heard someone said they were going to be called wolf cards. It's like that was their thing.
Maybe.
What do they call? They also called them something else.
But there were no cards in the old West.
They had a real shitty name for the microtransactions. Like, damn it.
Dutch coins.
No, they were real like. Go on. So, any other thoughts on this? Things.
It shouldn't be so. That's bad. GTA is not even that fucking bad. Granted, they inflated their prices. Like a fucking car costs $500,000, like the starter, and you make like about $2,000 a mission. But this is asinine. Some of the shit that they have you do, and like the payout is not worth it. Like I'm never gonna get.
We're getting to that, Joe. I promise.
I'm never gonna get good guns or good horses if I'm gonna play the free route.
They're talking about gold bars. I'm trying to find someone had a real.
Someone broke it down with the horse.
Yeah. But
like it'll take you 20-something hours to get a horse.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Now Rockstar's going to give you a horse, the PS4 exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're giving you.
It costs 5 gold bars to insure your horse, so that way you don't, if it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, die. So they're basically making you pay a premium to insure your horse and stuff like that. So
it's kind of dumb. That I don't like. I mean, if they keep ingesting life into the game, fine, like they do GTA, but I don't see how much they could do in this game unless like robot horses or unicorns. Fuck, I gave them ideas, didn't I?
I mean, we're at the point now where like, you know, it's a beta, so you know, obviously they can wipe everyone's progress and reset everything to.
It says it on the Rockstar website. Don't get too attached. They might wipe it. They haven't decided yet. So that's why I'm like really not going balls deep in this game.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. They had a real shitty name for it.
Is this me or you played it? The lip animation for some of the NPCs, they're not as crisp.
Yeah, there's definitely like you definitely get the feel from playing the online version of why there
was an afterthought.
Yeah, well, not that, but like why the single player feels like a better game.
It does,
and you know, definitely when you get to like the microtransaction stuff, and then just the price of things don't cost the same. Like, you know, the you know, a
$40 gun versus $400 gun.
Right, there you go. That's exactly the point I was trying to make. Is like something that's $40 that
in story
in the story is $400 on online, and then
that makes no
you
sense.
get like $100 for robbing a bank, or completing a mission, but you get like $1 for you're like, what? Like you're like, okay, like you guys got to adjust these numbers at the same rate here,
Yeah.
So it's definitely out there.
I hope they're listening.
So.
You read about Fallout 76 about the bag, right? We talked about it, but did you read about influencers getting bags?
Yeah. So I mean, that's a little bit different. So like, if you hold a press event and you have these press things, those are made by different people and different things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You could outsource that. Like you don't know.
I thought these were mailed to them.
Right. Well, you don't know who sourced that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The person who sourced that isn't necessarily the person who sourced the other thing. So that's what we're going to talk about. So let's move on. Like, let's just move into the news. Anyone else got anything? Like, I just want to put it out there. Pokemon's still good. Still playing it. Still good.
Fantastic.
Still great. You should be playing it. Why aren't you playing it? What's wrong with you? Buy 2 copies.
Oh,
it's really, really good.
You got. Speaking of,
I have full 180 on that game. Like,
yeah, still good. Still good. Play it.
I didn't even play Moon. I'm like kind of tired.
Don't play those.
I get it.
Don't
I
play
get it.
those.
I'm just kind of
Don't
burnt
play
out on
those.
Pokemon right now.
No, you're fine. This is Gen 1. It's great. Mwah. I can literally sit there until my eyes start to dry. I go dry from this.
Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll borrow it.
Yeah, there you go. So I mean, no need now. At the end of the week, you can be playing something else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. So here's the deal. So let's talk about Fallout 76. So the
Baggate 2018.
The big deal is someone. How did it take this long for this to come out? Is my kind of thing. Did no one just look at it?
Probably.
So
everybody kept their thing sealed.
Maybe people that like bought it. They're like, oh, it kills a nylon bag, but someone finally go. It says here it's a canvas bag.
Yeah,
Someone actually read it.
So the Power Armor edition came with a bag for the Power Armor helmet, and then like someone dug into the pre-order stuff, and it says premium canvas bag, and so at the end of the day, they do have the little disclaimer, images not final and subject to change. It has happened before where last year, what was it, the Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate, remember the stones and it looked like ass,
the eggs,
and some of those statues. Sometimes you're not always going to get the exact same thing that you see pictured. It's not always. Don't ever get your hopes up.
Yeah.
There was the Witcher 2 statues that were handcrafted, and one of them just ended up like someone looked like someone carved, like a 10-year-old carved it and did their best. But so this time someone like peeled back and like looked and said, no, they promised a canvas bag. I'm going to email support and find out where's my canvas bag.
Oh, and
so they email support and like, hey, I noticed on the pre-order stuff, it says canvas bag, but inside my thing is a nylon bag. Is there anything that can be done about this?
No.
And then they're like, at this time, we have no plans to address this. And then they're like, why? And they're like, why did you do this? Why did you switch it? Why didn't you tell one? Like, it was too expensive. So it's basically what they got told. So this person who's clearly not like, it's come out, this person who was a contract worker, they don't work for Bethesda. They shouldn't have answered that question in that way, but they thought they were, being helpful, I guess. So Bethesda, in their infinite wisdom, decides to try and make good. They're like, hey, if you bought the Power Armor edition, message us so that we can get you
500 atoms.
Oh, hold on. Someone's asking about this. The 500 atoms.
Which roughly translates to $5 in game.
Yeah, it's exactly $5.
Which doesn't buy you anything.
Nope. A door.
Yeah, it buy you a door and some flowers.
Potted plant.
But it's funny enough, when we were talking about, there's a canvas bag in-game that you can buy for 700 atom. I was like, are you fucking kidding? Baggate.
Right, but isn't there a caveat to accepting that 500?
Yeah, so one guy's like, they was like, he's like, oh, by accepting this, you can't hold us liable or whatever forever. So a lot of people are like, don't take their $5, it's blood money. So what Alf was talking about is like someone found a picture of where they sent influencers, a press kit, and the press kit was a very nice canvas bag, but it was made differently.
Well, I was talking about how if you accept their $5, that you can't be a part of the class action lawsuit against them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, someone's asking me a question.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Anyway, guys, say happy birthday to Carson.
Who?
Just say happy birthday to Carson.
Happy birthday, Carson.
There you go. See, we got it. So that makes up for it. All right. So
royalties.
so that's the thing. Like, I really feel like, you know,
if you subscribe to my premium account, I'll absolutely say happy birthday to Carson every day.
like $5.
Opening my Patreon right now for birthday requests.
That's the second time we made that joke. Anyway, I was making it privately earlier.
Attention, all Golden Saucer fans. Carson needs your help.
What was I going to say? I think there is a threshold that you can get away with there, though. You can, you know, $20 in premium currency, or, you know, because this premium currency doesn't cost them anything, right? Or even if you do it the very maniacal way of give them an odd numbered amount, so that way they can't spend it on one item and empty it out. They have to spend it on a weird menagerie of items, and there's some left over, or they have to spend it on. They have to add $5 or something like that. There's another way, you know. $5 is kind of insulting on that. You know, like, hey, thanks for spending for 200.
I don't think it's kind of insulting. I think it's absolutely
right. And so I really think they're going to have to do another make good for those people.
Even if they sent me $5.
Oh, they
American.
You didn't hear about today?
No, what was it?
I've
been working today.
Email us your receipts. Your extended period is January something, whatever date. You will be mailed out a new canvas bag. They're mailing out bags now.
Canvas bag? Okay, that's good.
So they're making good now.
Yeah, it was too late.
Took them way fucking long.
Yeah, that's you know, we've talked about this before. Like, you know,
I mean,
be careful with this stuff.
That's better than getting sued.
That's
I mean,
very true.
But they do have the disclaimer there, like, you know, subject to change, you know, whatever, you know. But no images.
All right, but you should probably announce the changes.
Right, you should have a big fucking piece of paper that says, due to shipping constraints.
Yeah,
you got infinity eggs.
Well, like that's the problem too, is that like even if you don't, like, even if you have the addendum of, hey, it's subject to change, you still have to announce the change.
Even if you put, like, if you would put the $5 on there and put the piece of paper in there saying that it had been changed, you know what I'm saying? No one would have been upset. Like, well, someone would have been upset.
Yeah, but then there wouldn't be public outcry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm saying, if there was a voucher for 500 atoms inside the box saying, sorry, the canvas bag isn't up to par.
Well, first off, there was.
Well, an additional 500.
Yeah, no, I know.
No, it came with 8. I think the Power Armor one came with like.
Well, that was already. Yeah, that was already.
I might have 500.
No. I'm saying the Power Armor one came with like $8 in it.
Oh, okay,
but
yeah, when I bought 76, I got $5.
That was that's an Xbox exclusive.
Oh, cool.
Free $5.
Free $5.
Hope you like buying a door and some.
Do you see this door?
Yeah, but I got the same shit as those guys who spent $200. So.
Joke's on you guys.
I got a way better deal.
I'm just gonna wait for Kyle. I'm just waiting on them to put that game on discount for $5.
I don't even have.
And then I'm gonna buy all
Infinite.
and then I have all the doors.
Joey's just gonna be sitting in like a house that's made of doors and flowers.
Yeah.
And it's like, nuke me. I don't give a shit.
Look what I got my stuff. I mean, you know, they definitely dropped the ball there on that one, and I'm real disappointed on that.
Well, is it in delete shit or fucking? You know, they weren't.
They didn't go back and like, no, that didn't.
They didn't pull Blizzard. How about that?
Where did you get that? That does not exist.
Yeah, they didn't pull Blizzard.
All right.
What, you guys don't like nylon bags?
Don't you guys have backs?
You have arms? Just carry your shit. What's wrong with you? It's a helmet. Put it on your fucking head.
Don't you guys?
First off, who's taking the fucking helmet outside their goddamn house?
Nobody is. There's a guy who's going to turn it to.
Did I not show you that video?
No.
There's a YouTuber I watched, K-Mac. He's got a video where he like opens up the Fallout Collector's Edition. He just like ravages it, and then he gets to the helmet. He's just looking at it. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" And then like the last scene of the video, he's got the helmet on. And he's just playing Red Dead.
Oh no! I dropped the lid. Okay, no one spilled my drink.
That's pretty funny. Oh, I did get my PlayStation 1 Classic.
Oh, you dumb bitch! Let's talk about it.
I wanted it. I haven't played it. It's just
how are them games in 50 hertz?
I don't know. I can't tell the difference from a fucking old PlayStation 1 game.
You know, like, these are terrible.
Yeah,
these are terrible.
These aren't the games I want.
Why don't you bring it with you? We could hook
these
it up
aren't
right
50 hertz.
Well,
do you remember
60.
what those fucking polygons making love on screen look like? Like
bad.
Like I don't know if you're expecting 4K polygons. I really don't understand that.
I stand by what I said on that thing earlier. It's like, I don't think there's a whole lot they could do to make everyone happy with that thing.
Everyone's gonna bitch. Everyone bitched about the NES Classic lineup.
Right.
Everyone bitched about the SNES Classic.
I think the lineup's fine.
The lineup is fine.
My issue is that why is this thing $100 fucking dollars?
Yes,
that I didn't like. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. For me, for that thing to at its price point, it has to be $20 better than the SNES Classic,
And it's not.
and it's not. You know, and then conversely, like the SNES Classic also has to be $20 better than the NES Classic, and I feel like it's close.
I think people just don't realize licensing issues for majority of the games.
That's the thing.
Then the remasters that came out within a year, of course, they're not going to be on there.
Right. Well, let me hit you with this. If you're coming for Nintendo and this is what you're doing, you didn't do it.
You didn't do it right. No.
You didn't do it right. If you feel like you're coming for Nintendo and this is what you brought, you did not bring your A game.
I mean, PlayStation All-Star, Smash, Classic.
But I'm just saying, I feel like
they have a track record here.
But right, but if you're coming for this is them coming for Nintendo and trying to get Nintendo, trying to take some of Nintendo's money there. And like, I don't blame them, but you gotta bring your A game on that.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that was not that.
Final Fantasy VII on it.
Congrats, you got that game that's coming out anyway, you know,
and already been on every console that's ever come out. But.
Right. Well,
I think the only one I don't care for is Intelligent Cube, like just because it's rare.
That game's unique, yeah.
Yeah, just because it's
unique.
I don't know.
It's fun. I think this game's fun.
Bring it in here.
At the time, it was fun. Now I wouldn't.
I want to Return Fire, but that's a 3DO property, so that's why it's not on there.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my first PlayStation game.
If I was gonna play Intelligent Cube right now, I would just play Catherine.
Castlevania's on there, right?
No,
Symphony of the Night's not on there.
no, because it's on the PlayStation Network.
I think it gets worse and worse. I'm saying I forgot.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
What I'm saying. I just forgot. You know?
That's why I'm like, whoa, Symphony of the Night's on there. It's on their network, and they want to sell the network right now. Why are they?
It was like $6. It was like $6 over Black Friday.
Yeah, but the game's the shitty PSP port.
Right. You meant that one. I thought you meant the Xbox Live one. The Xbox Live one.
I wish it was that one.
Xbox Live one's pretty good.
Pretty
I
good.
hate that
Plays
PSP
great.
one.
Plays on Xbox One.
Get out of here, Dracula.
You
Oh.
take men's souls.
First off, I love that dialogue. Stop it right now.
The PSP version?
The PSP one was different.
okay.
It's horrible. They redubbed the whole thing.
I don't know.
We'll listen to it later.
I never touched it.
What is the matter?
No, that's not even in there. It's not even in
Nope,
there.
not in there.
That's that fucking good shit,
So,
though.
ooh, you and I got to go to Best Buy tomorrow morning. Castlevania Netflix series on Blu-ray, $20.
What?
The first season?
Yeah.
Why you whisper like nobody says anything?
Nobody needs to know. I don't even know I'm going to buy that.
I haven't even watched season 2 yet because I'm stupid.
What are you buying?
The Castlevania Netflix.
See, the whisper works. He's even got headphones on. Direct
You know,
That's $20.
It's $20. Yeah,
Season 1
season 1.
for 4 episodes.
It's good.
I know.
You don't have to worry about when. They're never going to take it off Netflix, I guess.
$15.
Black Friday next year.
Exactly.
all right. We figured it out, boys. So I mean, we got.
Did you finally watch it? Season 2. Sorry, I had to interrupt.
He said he didn't. He didn't.
I said it.
Really want to talk about that last episode because I want to know what he feels like.
I said because I'm stupid.
All right, we'll all get into it. All right, I haven't watched it either, so don't feel too bad.
What?
I got kids, man. They fucking run up.
Sit down. Let me tell you a story about vampires killing each other.
It's not that they yell over it. All right. Let's do some news so we can get out of here. Because not get out of here, but like we're already at like an hour, so like.
That's fine.
We bitched about 76 for a long.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to say. So, are you guys aware what the best-selling Nintendo console in U.S. history for a 5-day period between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday is?
Is it Switch?
It's a Switch.
Whoa!
Who would have thought?
Yeah. So here's the weird thing.
It's almost like it's just like one of the best Nintendo consoles ever made.
So here's the thing about like
They're online though.
Here's the thing
I
about
haven't
the
touched
Switch.
it. I don't know.
Here's
always bad.
Here's what I'm putting out for here. It is not meeting expectations.
The Switch?
Right.
Oh.
But that thing's selling like gangbusters.
In terms of what?
Units sold. Right. Nintendo and Nintendo's investors and analysts want a Wii scenario where you're like, has anyone seen a Switch? Why are they $400 on eBay? You know what I'm saying? Like they want that kind of scenario.
Stop making them.
Well, it's not that they're not making enough because there's enough. Like
No, I said stop making them.
Oh,
then you'll drive up demand.
Well, they're talking about like that. You know that Nintendo is meeting the demand, and the demand isn't as high as they want it to be. You know what I'm saying? People are only buying, whatever. I think they crossed like 20 million units already. So I don't have the numbers right here in front of me, but man, I shouldn't have touched my eye. Now I'm just like dead. So the record is most consoles sold in a single month for the Wii in 2009 in December, where they sold 3 million in the U.S. So that's what this kind of thing. Remind me, there was a podcast I wanted you to listen to where they were having the same argument we were having about Smash Brothers and its effect on the Switch. It was really interesting. I was like, I feel like I've heard this before.
Yeah.
But with like, you know, like I was like,
More
oh man,
colorful language.
I was like, wow. I was like, it was one of those moments where I'm like, man, we had like a really interesting dynamic conversation that, you know, other people are now
You know, it's
having.
funny. I didn't remember it until you brought it up, but I've been approached by a couple of the people that like I've been like, hey, did you know that Joey and I, like people that you and I converse with professionally, are like, hey, did you know we have a podcast? And they've come back to me with their verdict and like their opinion on that, and it's a coin flip, man. There's like some people who like absolutely agree with you and Alf, and that they think that they played their trump card a little too fast.
I don't know. We'll see. You know, we're coming up on Friday. We'll find out. Like, you know, I think like, you know, is there a mad dash on Friday for people to buy the console, or is there a mad dash a week from Friday where people seen it and then, you know, the game's good? And we're not there where the game. We don't know. Like I've heard some things. You know,
Nintendo ain't dumb. I think I know why they did it. Come out a couple weeks before Christmas. Smash.
Right. Yeah.
Then everybody's like, Timmy got it. Timmy's playing it. I want it for Christmas. And then mom and dad had to go buy some Switches.
Yeah, now they're returning PS4s and Xbox Ones they got on Black Friday, and they're getting them through January.
They ain't dumb. They know how to play the market on Christmas. They really know how to play the market.
I will say this, like, you know, all the analytics aside, I think the Switch is miles ahead of the Wii U.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I definitely feel
it's still a generation behind though.
You know, as beloved as the GameCube, as beloved as the GameCube was, I feel like it's going to do better than the GameCube
Now.
Right, even then it wasn't beloved, right?
Yeah, like at the time, the GameCube was the black sheep.
But like, it's really why no beta for Smash? You know, they had those college events, Joe.
They got leaked. Don't worry about it. That's the beta.
It's at Best Buy. Yeah, you can like.
Yeah. So the what do you call it? The
also Nintendo actually has research.
Nintendo's got that whole treehouse full of people. They got Donkey Kong.
You just go up there and talk to that tall guy and that Asian girl, and you're good.
What I was gonna say, the
Legend of Zelda one chick from E3 2 years ago when she gave Breath of the Wild.
Oh man,
the Breath of the Wild.
Oh, jeez.
She had no right wearing that shirt.
Oh, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, you were like, who let her on camera?
It's like,
who decided that was
this is a child-friendly stream? What are you doing on here?
First off, Nintendo was like,
put her on.
That's what I'm saying. Like they look at Reggie, and Reggie's like,
did you see the YouTube that
he's just like,
all they did was like when they were like the Nintendo Direct is live. Go ahead and send out the notifications to everybody. What's the thumbnail?
Use a live image right now.
Go ahead and patch that on through.
We got Reggie playing a DS. Go to live right now.
It's just like him looking over.
She's yawning.
So she sneezed.
Oh, we're objectifying her. She was actually a really cool host. I actually enjoyed.
And there's a lot of good. Nintendo gets
watching,
a lot of good
hearing her.
I also don't know her personally. She's absolutely. She's a person. Like I'm not objectifying her.
Well, let's move on. Well, the point I was going to make is like chasing the Wii numbers is impossible because grandmas and grandpas were buying the Wii.
The Wii was just like a mythical beast.
You struck lightning on it
because everyone was trying to get their hands on that thing. Like, you know, it was insane.
Also, their advertising campaign was insane.
I don't remember.
We would like to play.
Oh yeah.
It was like Shigsy and and Iwata showing up in the commercials, and like it was hitting everybody. So, like I remember seeing those commercials and being like, dude.
Speaking of commercials, I will say this: the PlayStation Classic has a dope commercial,
like TV spot.
Yes, it is. If you've not seen it, they use the Chemical Brothers. It's 100% like if the thing was the commercial, it would blow my mind.
Yeah,
but it is not. So it's not. So they usually use Chemical Block Rock and Beats in it. That's how 90s.
Sounds like a PlayStation Underground demo disc menu.
It is so like a menu thing. Good. We're gonna watch it when
time once again with those Block Rocking Beats. Papa the Rapper.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Speaking of advertisements with fucking weird songs, did you watch that Death Stranding thing that popped yesterday?
I did not see that yet. I just saw the Captain Marvel trailer right before this started.
So another Death Stranding thing
on the subway, not the subway, the bus.
When she punched the lady?
Yeah,
I thought that was
the whole thing.
Oh, there's a whole.
It was like 2 minutes.
Ooh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I still.
Have a good night, Carson. Thanks for hanging.
Later, Carson. Happy birthday, buddy.
Bye, Carson.
I still have no fucking idea what Death Stranding is. There's a lot more imagery that we didn't have. Like it's like all sci-fi and crazy, and there's like fucking robots.
There's a Twitter like Bayonetta 2 is just Kojima's Bowsette. They put them side by side. They're like, damn, it is.
So what if I hit you with this, Kyle? To tie it in the news. What if I told you the Game Awards this week have about 10 new games to be announced, as well as
and it's Death Stranding 2.
We all know that Keighley, Kojima, they're like kind of close, and they love putting them trailers on the Game Awards. So,
but anyways, it was
I hope they show Metroid.
Shit, I can't remember if it was 21 Pilots or Imagine Dragons. They sound exactly the same to me.
Yeah, 21 Dragon Pilots.
I think it was 21 Pilots.
21 Panzer Dragoons.
Where they
quitting this job.
Sagas. It's a lot of money. The song they play the whole song in the trailer for Death Stranding.
I'll have to check that out.
Super fucking weird.
Good Lord.
So the next thing that we have is Sony Japan president says the PS4 censorship policy is to match the global standards and protect kids. So one of the things like Sony has come around to doing is they've been talking about like censoring kind of some of the super Japanese games and toning that down so that to make the games a little more globally acceptable. So that things that like, make sense in Japan,
like Galgun 2.
Yeah, kind of some of that stuff. And like there's some people who are like kind of upset about it, calling it censorship and things like that. And like Sony I think is taking the right approach here, just saying like, hey, like, this is, if we need to be successful outside of Japan and outside of, these are the kind of things that we can't,
The market's so small for those games anyway in the States.
Right.
Also, not to veer the conversation to weird wrestling stuff, but what happened to WWE when they went PG?
Yeah.
Stock just fell through the fucking floor.
Right about Tumblr?
But we're not talking about like
all the porn out.
So it's weird. I actually read like some like deeper stuff. A lot of stuff is going to be allowed to stay. But the thing that they are the most concerned about is their idea of female presenting nipple is what they are the most concerned about, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we are we are talking about things like that where we're talking about like the fan service type of style of games. They're clearly rated for mature audiences and things like that.
Hey, you mean the Vita? That's exactly what that machine is now.
Oh, really?
It's like an anime game.
So
anime machine.
So like that's what we're talking about. Like, how you feel about it? It's just a thing that's happening right now, and it could be one of those things where you say it and you do it for a couple of years, and then you ease up when no one's looking. THQ Nordic are one of our favorite companies. They now own Carmageddon. So yeah,
they're just collecting stuff now, huh?
Yeah, they're just buying up anything.
Doesn't Microsoft own them now?
No. Microsoft. Rumor is Microsoft is looking at other companies. They weren't. They like
everybody. Jesus.
Why wouldn't they? They should. They should.
Just wait until they put Obsidian to work.
In $1 a day late.
Join Rare in the basement.
Someone asked the FTC like, "Hey, you guys gonna look into those loot boxes?" And they said yes. Right. Like, no one cares. Thanks. Let's get some government oversight in there. Let's really tear it down.
Make it a taxpayer problem.
Exactly. So there's a couple other news things out there. There we go. Kingdoms of Amalur, Sonic Unleashed, Aliens vs Predator, coming to or on Xbox One backwards compatible. The games with gold came out for
PS4 ones or whatever.
December. What was it? It's
Soma and
let me hit you with
Soma's fantastic.
Hold on. Let me get these. Here's the I'll just read them. Games with Gold, Cube 2 for Xbox from December 1st to December 31st. Never Alone. That is an interesting game if you've never played it. It's made entirely.
I've heard it.
It's historically significant too. December 16th to January 15th. Then your 360 games are Dragon Age 2 from the 1st to the 15th. And then Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction for the original Xbox for the 16th to the 31st.
Is that the Mercenaries I'm thinking of? No, I'm thinking Mercenaries 2.
You're thinking Mercenaries 2, but the first one is.
Mercenaries 2. Bring that game back. I need that franchise back.
So the PlayStation Plus games.
It's called Just Cause 3. That's what it is.
Just Cause 4 came out today.
Yeah, I would say it came out today. Yeah.
That's right.
So Soma, which is great.
That's a good game.
That's on there. Onrush.
That's a weird game. I'm like, all right.
I mean, it's like
No, I know.
like F-Zero kind of, but not. What is it? Steriden, Steins Gate, Iconoclast, and Papers, Please. I definitely recommend Papers, Please for the Vita. Iconoclast seemed it was okay, but
You said F-Zero reminded me of Wipeout, and I read it.
yeah, Wipeout's probably closer too.
Well, no, the PS1 game, the PS1 that should have been on there.
Yeah, Wipeout.
Yeah, but
Too much music.
Too much music.
Yeah,
I think the developer even said like the licensing of hell would have been like
we can't do it. There's
half the artists are
Future
dead.
Sound in London, Orbital,
Yeah. So it's like
Fluke.
I understand that, like, but people are bitching
Who
about
else
it.
is on there? Probably Chemical Brothers, probably the Dust
Chemical
Brothers. Like I can go on for days. Like if Prodigy is on there.
ATV.
All right, so those are the plus games. Let's see if there's any news from today that's worth mentioning.
Negan announced for Tekken 7.
Yes, Negan for Tekken 7.
Wasn't
Which
he already announced?
I thought that too when I said
Or
it,
they
but
showed him?
They finally showed.
Oh, they showed him. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, and whatever.
he
Julia's a streamer.
He looks weirdly out of place in that universe.
He does.
Because like he's so hyper detailed, and
Did
the
you see the
rest of them
trailer?
are stylized. Yeah,
Where they're all kneeled and he's
Yeah.
giving this Walking Dead speech. I'm like, that looks so fucking weird.
yeah, that's cool.
But Julia's like, is she a streamer? He's like, and stream is live. Get ready. I'm like, oh no, she's a streamer.
Diva should just show up and be like, "Bitch, not in my town."
So this is like a weird one. Like, you know how when you play Ubisoft games, you get Uplay points.
Oh god.
Starting April 1st, 2019, those play points expire.
I got the email today.
Okay.
Yeah, I got. I thought. I wonder what the hell that was. Okay, now I know.
Yeah.
Every time Ubisoft sends me something, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Please go away.
Yeah, let me buy a Voss bobblehead for my car and get out of here.
I mean, there's really, now you have no, just buy it. Who cares now at this point, right? I always usually just save them up for games like I don't feel like unlocking crap in. Like I think I'd like
Mostly Fallout guns.
right.
Far Cry guns.
Yeah, it's just like I don't feel like unlocking like these takedowns or whatever. I don't care. I'll just unlock them. There's Assassin's Creed Symphony coming out, so you know, I don't know how you feel
all
about
those
that.
memorable tracks.
There's
like,
a couple.
like Assassin's 1.
There's a couple of them on there. All right.
Is it all sea shanties?
I don't know. Like it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of other news going on. We're going into Christmas, so you're gonna start seeing Game of the Year stuff start popping up. You know, did we? Well, we didn't talk about. We don't need to talk about Fallout 76 anymore. Yeah, that's basically it. What? What?
That was Johnny.
Okay. Oh, what you were gonna say about something about PlayStation Plus games?
That
I
was
shut you down. Oh yeah, we already did that.
you, Soma, and you name the other one. That's it.
All right. Well, there we go. All right.
Soma's good if you like atmospheric horror.
The story's weird, but
It's
good.
very weird.
It's good story.
Alf's right. It's a strange game.
Multiple endings.
I don't remember.
I don't know. It deals with that like weird line between like if a robot thinks that it's not a robot, is it a robot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that
Do
kind
Androids
of like,
Dream of Electric Sheep?
yes.
It's a good book. You should read it.
I have not read it, but I've heard it summarized.
Yeah, you're fine then. There's a lot going on in that book.
Yeah. Who wrote that? Was it Philip K.
That
Dick?
Philip K. Dick. Yeah, you got it. You nailed it.
I heard something else. Never mind.
Phil K. Dick?
Nope.
Phil K. Dick.
We're just gonna
Dick.
we're gonna let it ride. Just keep going.
All right. So on to the schedule. We're trying to be a little bit less sporadic. Probably can record next week. I'm good to record next week.
I think I am too.
I'll be here.
I can probably record the week after that, and then we're 1,000% not doing one on Christmas Eve.
Correct.
Why not?
1,000% not doing one on New Year's Eve.
Why not? You can count to 12 on the live with the peoples.
1,000%. I mean, if we do, we might squeeze one in a little bit early, like on the Sunday there.
I never drink, but I drink on New Year's.
I would say we could probably try to squeeze some in earlier. So let's try to plan around those a little bit. We got a couple weeks to think about it. Yeah. So I like doing it on camera. I know it's kind of shitty, but I like doing it on camera so that way people can see us talk about it, and then we can go back. Oh no, we said this here, so like it's fine.
Yeah, blackmail.
No, just so someone can like, well, you guys didn't say you were going to record. Like, no, we said here's us on camera talking about it to you.
That evidence, boy.
Yeah. What else we got?
Yeah, Carson.
He left.
Oh,
And it's his
never
birthday.
mind.
Don't be mean. Let's see. I'm probably going to try to do some more streaming before the end of the year. Now that my internet's fixed, I was going to try to make another push. I'm at $660 out of 1,000.
Nice.
I actually have some cash to send in, but I'm not telling anybody. But I'd like to break 1,000 for the end of the year.
I thought that was going somewhere different.
No,
I have some cash, but I'm not sending it.
no, I'm not. I like.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to discourage people from
Right, I get
donating
you.
by pushing the thing.
I get you.
Although I have been like, what if I get it just like
What if I got robbed?
no. That's not a problem. I have this. It's already in a money order made out correctly. So that's not the problem.
Okay.
The issue is like if someone were to have enough money to put them over their goal, would people not donate if the
Right.
I get you.
or if the proximity to the goal was close enough? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think where we're at now is a good place to be until that
Unless you start doing like those like big streamer things where you go like, I'll start matching donations and whatever.
I don't
Yeah.
know that much. I don't know that much money because my luck. Someone
got
like,
that much
I
money.
donated $10,000, Joey. What are you gonna do?
Hey, you know what's fucked up? So like I watched December 1st, Markiplier had a big charity thing for cancer research.
Sure,
right?
yeah,
He raised a bunch of money and then also said that he would match the donations.
sure,
Up to I think $30,000 or something.
sure.
Like that,
That sounds great because
um,
Markiplier's got a little bit of money from.
So yeah,
from-
so he did that, and then the next day, he was a part of that like everybody needs to go subscribe to PewDiePie.
Uh-huh.
So T-Series isn't the biggest YouTube channel.
right.
And during that stream, he was like, I know he's joking, but he's like, all that stuff we did yesterday, not important. He's like, you gotta go subscribe to PewDiePie. It's like you can't let the Indian production company be the biggest thing on YouTube.
Don't subscribe to PewDiePie though. Like,
I mean,
I understand what they're trying to do, but like, PewDiePie.
yeah, I know. I don't like him either, but he does represent something bigger than
PMAR says the Earth is flat. Great. If we're subscribing to PewDiePie, I'll take anything at that point.
Yeah, Joey, if you subscribe to PewDiePie, then I'll give you $5 for your charity.
Let me go click on PewDiePie. Joke's on you. I'm making a bunch of accounts.
Not per.
Oh, joke's on you. I'm just making a fake account.
Markiplier said to do that too. He was like, log into your account, make a fake account. Who cares? Like,
It's just because PewDiePie is like he's not clean enough. There we go. You know, he's got
racism aside,
you
like
go.
I
would give it to him as a mistake one time there, as has been multiple times.
Right, I don't like him either.
Everyone screws up.
But like that's the thing is like to
Learn.
Well, to someone like Markiplier, PewDiePie is very important because
Right.
he flagships an industry
Mhm.
that needs to remain relevant.
Right.
So like,
Oh, that's what we forgot to talk about. But go ahead.
What,
Yeah.
Article 13?
PMAR says he likes PewDiePie because he said the N-word. I think a lot of PewDiePie's fans like him because he said the N-word. Speaking of the N-word, that's what we were going to talk about. Nintendo has lifted their restrictions on streaming.
The content creator.
So the content creator program is gone. They're like, we're gonna get rid of it. Like, you don't have to apply. Here's what's going to happen now. You can stream our games. However, if you stream, you have to do a transformative work. And you know how we feel about that. That like transformative work is hard to describe. So they're like, you need to be doing commentary. You need to be doing, jokes or critiquing or explaining or something.
you just can't have gameplay.
You cannot
with
just
full
have
audio.
raw gameplay with full audio, full video.
I 100% agree with that.
So I can
that's
understand
fine.
from Nintendo's
That's
standpoint,
fine.
that is a big step in Nintendo's direction.
I
Like,
would not have guessed that would have ever happened. If you had asked me that a week ago, I'd have been like, no,
I think because Smash is coming, they have to. They know that they know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
They do not have the
Smart.
So, but the problem there is like,
A lot of smart people.
But here's the problem though, is like they've also set the boundaries in. Like we said, this is what you can do. So that means like the adventure mode in Smash, right? Someone's going to stream it, someone's going to play it, and not make it transformative enough. And then that's where we're going to get the first test case. There is like, what is transformative for Nintendo? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, like, if
And it does
they
suck
have,
because there are people who like silent plays, silent long plays.
Sure, but I mean,
There's a place
if
for
it's
them,
not
but-
if it's not parody and it's not review, then you're abusing
Right.
the
I mean, well,
contract.
there's also like, I mean, you can play a game and critique it, and it's like, oh, this is my reaction to playing the game. You know, I feel like I have a pretty good personality, or just,
Can
you
we
know,
put up our Castlevania video again?
right. Well, even then, like even then, like, you know, if you're playing a game for an hour, how much of that hour has to be you? How much has to be the game? You know, because like there's parts where games are just fucking boring.
Yeah,
You're like, this game's really boring. I don't really have a whole lot to say. We're just gonna play it.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I would have said more, but like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you saw, there's nothing going on. There's just me hitting the X button, and then are you obligated to talk over the cutscenes? You know? Oh yeah, really excited about what they're saying here. Let's listen in. Oh yeah, that's exciting. Oh, that's exciting. You know,
probably.
It's like, you know, like, I don't think anyone wants to see that either.
Ooh, this Dante's a sassy bitch.
I mean, yeah, you probably have to do something like that. Like,
I think it's a
but
smart
I think
business
it's a good step in the right direction. Yeah, there you go. Like, so
move. Plus,
I
like
forgot to mention that.
that all that does is promote the game, which inherently it promotes esports through it. And
Right. People are talking about your game. Your game is trending on Twitch or Mixer or wherever it is, and people are talking about it. People are seeing it. People are learning about it. People are going to buy it. People are going to play it. That's the dream, the sell, the pitch. You know, like how true it is. Probably pretty true. I mean, like your Rusts and your Daisies and your H1Z1s would proclaim that's how they got their money.
I mean, like if you couldn't stream Fortnite, like would it be where it is?
No way.
Absolutely not.
No way. I mean, it would be big, but it would be
It wouldn't be as nowhere near as big as it
It'd
is.
be big because it's free. But
I think a lot of people just exclusively watch Fortnite streamers and have
What?
no interest in playing it. Like,
Alf,
Hmm.
did you see I bought Fortnite today?
No.
I'll show it to you later. I bought Fortnite today.
Okay.
It's sweet. It's really sweet. I own Fortnite now. I'm the Fortnite.
Okay.
I'm the Gearbox.
like
I got a physical copy of Fortnite
Why?
because
because it's a lot of money, dollars.
it's $120.
How the fuck did you get a physical copy?
I bought it.
For 120?
No,
Oh.
I found it at some deal at 8 in the morning.
Fair
I'm
enough.
taking my kids to school. I'm on Facebook like, oh, get out the car. Dad's gotta go.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're tip your wait staff. You know, don't.
I think they're not old enough for school. Get out of the car. Charlie crawling out.
Charlie's just
Charlie's
sitting in
Henry's crying like, what are you doing?
Oh man, that's scary. He tries, and it's scary.
What, to carry?
You carry him, yeah.
Oh.
It's scary. So obviously, you know, if you have some questions for the show, you can send us an email, podcasts@goldensausage.net. The names up above us can also be, sent an email to any of us. What else? I really need to get off my ass and do the Instagram. A little too low, a little higher. Yeah, it's like,
I'm not doing it again.
thanks, Joe. Have a good night, Joe. I need to get off my, so my plan is like, you can do like Alpha, you should probably know, you know how you do an Instagram video? If you clip a section of the podcast and put it like over, that's why I want to get the new logo. You can put the new logo and let the video, like run it as a video and then put the thing over there. And then once you do that, you go like, it creates a clip on Instagram and then you can share that to Facebook automatically.
Oh.
And then so someone can get a shareable clip of the show that we're a part of. And they're like, hey, this is where,
Man, these 20 seconds are a laugh riot. Surely their hour and a half is just the same.
yeah, surely they did this multiple times within that hour and a half.
Let me break down this magic tournament.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh shit! I forgot to talk about the thing that bores you guys. Fighter's got a big balancing patch.
Oh yeah. Let me just let me get you queued up on that real quick.
Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna practice saying later. Later.
No, that's good. You knew what I was doing. Well, is there anything else? I think we got the schedule, stuff like that. Game of the year we usually do in mid-January into February. So if there's anything you guys think we should play, I would email us that or message us or tell us privately. I think we're right on the nose of the things we've played. You know, like I don't think there's any time or
You guys play a lot more than I do anyway, so.
I mean, it's the same thing every year, Alf. It's the 5 best games you've played.
Overwatch, okay. Technically, there was a third release.
So, well, Joey, they had the Origins edition, then they had the Legendary edition, and no, they had Game of the Year, and now they have the Legendary edition.
Mm-hmm.
It's got new stuff, new loot boxes.
All the characters are in there.
They're all
I don't have
here.
to download them.
Everyone's here. all kinds of notifications over there. All right. Obviously, we'll see you guys next week.